Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rojita Benz, part of the R Deal podcast. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. What do we want to talk about? Well, as you see in the title, AEW. You know what? I'm going to come clean. I love professional wrestling. I've been a professional wrestling fan, I think ever since I was probably 10. It means something to me. I've watched it since the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, and even beyond. And sentimental to me because I used to watch it with a friend of my grandma's. And, he put me on to the wrestling game, right? So I watch it for him and I watch it for me because, face it, I guess it's a guilty pleasure, right? It's all good, though. I don't mind letting people know what I'm about. I love professional wrestling. I also love when there's multiple promotions. Why is that, you ask? It's because if it's only one, then they become stagnant and the product suffers. We already seen that with WWE and Vince McMahon in later years. We've seen this already. So up comes AEW 5 years ago. And people was excited. I was too, because it's finally competition, right? Finally competition. They're newer promotion. So they starting from the ground. They're gonna have their growing pains. We all know this, but we give them benefit of doubt sometimes because of the growing pains. You actually have an owner that's actually a true wrestling fan, Tony Khan. Sir, hear me out. Let it go. Let it go. People, you're asking me why. Why was he letting go? What's going on? It seems like when Tony gets his feelings hurt, he becomes a keyboard warrior, Twitter monster to say, X, whatever you want to call the platform these days. And I believe right now it got to a fever pitch, and it's not even about X. So April 10th, Wednesday Night Dynamite, they decided to show a footage that if you really want to show something, should have been shown 8 months ago. What is the footage, y'all ask? Well, it's a footage from a pay-per-view called All In. This was in 2023. Actually, the correct date was August 27th, 2023. So, during the 0 hour match, which wasn't even on pay-per-view, it was on the 0 hour, Jack Perry had a wrestling match against Hook. And they done a spot to where one gets slammed on the windshield of a car. Right? So, at one time before that, Perry wanted to use real glass. And people would tell him, no, we don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. So I guess people came to CM Punk and say, hey, can you handle that, Tony Giovanni? That's what I've read. So CM Punk said, no, we can't do that. Let's not do that. It's kind of productive of what we're trying to do. Matter of fact, if you want to do that, do it on your own show. See, this is what happened. It was 2 different shows, one Collision and one Dynamite. And Perry wanted to try that on the Collision. So, boom. Fast forward to the pay-per-view 0 hour. So, somebody got slammed on the car windshield, right? And Perry was suplexed through it. And he went to the camera. Now, this was a jab. This wasn't script. This wasn't planned. This wasn't nothing. Went all out to tell on the camera, real glass, cry me a river. Now, in wrestling terms, you're going out business yourself. That's not protecting your opponents. That's not protecting the sport. That's not even protecting your brand. You're making yourself stupid at that point, going business for yourself and Nobody's behind you. So when the match was over, Jungle Jack came out in the back. CM Punk was there, went to his face, asked him why. Why are we doing this? And apparently, Perry said, what you gonna do about it? So here's the thing. It's almost a clash of generational talents. Old school versus new school, we can say. See, back in Punk's era, if you got a problem, you handle it like a man, and then you go about your business. Well, this situation was no different. You try to handle it like a man, and somebody gonna come to you and say, what are you gonna do about it? What do you think you're gonna do about it? You gonna step down? No, you gotta defend at this point. Now, yeah, was CM Punk the aggressor? He started the physicality? That is true. So, let's go ahead and fast forward. Yes, last night, they decided to show the footage of this. And why? Why all the way till now versus back then when it was fresh and hot? So CM Punk was on Ariel Helwani's podcast, his show. And Ariel Helwani is an awesome journalist. Big props to him. He asked the questions that sometimes need to be asked. And he asked CM Punk the questions. He asked him, hey, what happened? And Punk gave detailed information to let him know what happened. So I guess when that happened, Tony Khan got butthurt. And on a tape collision, had Tony Schiavone call out that footage will be airing on a Sunday. Okay. How they gonna make this work? So guess what? They aired the footage Wednesday. There was no sound, so you don't know what was said. All you saw is a bunch of people. Samoa Joe was one of them. You see a whole bunch of people, but you don't see Tony Khan because he was in the back over there, kind of not gonna say hiding, but where the monitors are is behind the monitor. So all you hear, you don't hear no sound. You hear two people coming up, just talking, and CM Punk lunged at him. Put him in a face lock. Samoa Joe had to come in and stop it with a referee. They had to break the fight up. And that was it. Let me tell you what they're trying to do. They're trying to create that in the storyline about two teams that one wasn't even involved and the other trying to get heel heat. Right? I think it puts more heat on the company versus the performers themselves, versus the wrestlers. Because you're trying to go tit for tat. Right? So you want to show footage back in August now. That doesn't make you smart. It doesn't make you smart at all, AEW. Tony Khan, it doesn't make you smart. It makes you Petty Roosevelt. You feel me? And I'm telling you right now, this is giving me WCW vibes all day long. So, Tony Khan, stop it. Let it go. You're trying to make it into a storyline with FTR versus the Young Bucks. This footage has nothing to do with it, but you try to bridge it. It don't work like that, son. It doesn't work like that. So now it makes y'all look minor league because y'all still in your feelings when everybody's trying to move on. Ariel Helwani just asked the question. CM Punk was being as diplomatic as he can. But he's always, he's polarizing. You either love him or hate him. I have no such thing either or. And then the next segment, Will Ospreay comes on, begins his promo. And no, you don't want to start with talking about his match or AEW or anything like that. No, he wants to take jabs at one of the top guys in WWE, Triple H. He doesn't wrestle, so you would never see that feud because Triple H cannot wrestle anymore. Has been said his in-ring career is over, and he's not even in your promotion. But you want to take a jab at something that's been talked about since almost 2001 about sleeping, messing with the boss's daughter. Yep, they're married. They've been married longer than your career, kid. But you want to start taking jabs because all he didn't say any names. All he talked about was a grind. If you're not here for the grind now, we don't need you. Because you're right, WWE is a grind. It ain't easy. So cool. You made your choice. You got good money, less schedule. You get to be home in the UK while you travel back and forth. I'm happy for you. You got the deal you wanted. But because somebody else, don't even say your name, we don't actually know who he's talking about, but everybody wants to assume. So everybody assume, people get in their feelings and start lashing out. Does that make you look good? No, it don't. So AEW, what are we doing here? You still minor league. How are you going to grow? You know who's going to watch this footage? Or who's going to be like, ooh, the hardcore fans that are already there. How are you going to grow your brand? You're catering to your hardcore audience. Good for you. If that's all you want, then more power to you. But that's why you're only getting 700,000 views and going down from there. Was at 1 million, then went to 900,000, then 800,000. Now y'all touching 700,000 views a week on your flagship program? And y'all can't just let the petty ish go. What was Punk right in all of it? He was not. He had his faults too. But AEW, y'all keep beating the dead horse. What do you think is going to actually happen? Nothing. Y'all gonna look like the fool at the end of the day because guess what? Punk is back in the WWE. Punk is in major storylines. He hasn't said nothing about y'all on TV. But he doesn't need to. That man lives rent-free, mortgage-free in y'all heads. And y'all will never be able to grow. Let's y'all create a better mindset and start worrying about your product. Yeah, y'all focus on wrestling matches, and y'all have great wrestling matches, but that only takes you so far. And it's been proven time and time again. TNA was the same situation. They played wonderful wrestling matches, but everything else was downhill. You guys have great wrestling matches, but everything else is downhill. And then y'all want to be petty. Y'all think y'all putting butts in seats from becoming petty, but it's actually backfired on you. This footage y'all put it's gonna backfire. Again, I want both companies to strive and succeed. I even want TNA to get a major TV deal and thrive. I do. Because competition makes wrestling great. We already seen what happens if it's one. It doesn't work. That's why ratings have been down every year. But finally, ratings are getting to a point where, okay, people are coming back to watch. Now, are they coming back like millions and millions of shows before? No. But there's a lot of reasons for that. Cord cutting is one. We can go down the line. But wrestling has become cool again. In AEW, y'all can play a major role in this and grow the industry. Y'all still thinking about the past and back here, back there, and oh my God, I don't like to say so. I'm gonna clap back, and it's getting counterproductive for you. Y'all will not be successful. You won't. Stop being minor league. Y'all have talent out the ass. Plenty of talent that can go far, grow your company. But y'all decide to play kid games. Stop it, AEW. Stop it. Like, are y'all really satisfied of that result? You make it into an angle with a team that's wasn't a part of it. Technically, both teams wasn't a part of it. Young Bucks wasn't a part of it. FTR wasn't even a part of it. But y'all want to make this video that was crappy at best to promote an angle. I'm sorry, y'all. It's gonna backfire. Y'all might get that quarter jump, that segment jump. But I can guarantee you, once the people saw it, they turned the channel. Just like when Big Bang Theory, you got that inherited crowd. But y'all so interested in y'all own asses so much that y'all can't even figure it out anymore. Y'all can't even just look at what y'all creating. And what y'all been creating lately is trash. And it's been showing with ratings down. Yo, don't be surprised if NXT, the WWE's third ranked promotion, starts to overtake y'all. Tony Khan, let it go. AEW, get back to your roots. Create great storylines, create characters people will care about. Not care about because you want to do a 5-star match. No, you're catering to dirt sheet writers versus creating the people who actually make y'all money. The fans are the one that put y'all on the map. And y'all barely getting fans at regular shows. Y'all got to go out the country to Wembley to get y'all record. But y'all come back here in the States, y'all barely get 5,000-6,000 people. Focus on your product. Focus on your talent. Focus on your brand. Don't worry about Punk. Don't worry about Triple H. Because I'm going to tell you this. If they really wanted to clap back at y'all, because it might have been jab or two here and there, but I would say ratio 10-1 when AEW talks about WWE versus WWE talk about AEW. See, if WWE want to really clap back, y'all wouldn't make it. Y'all wouldn't make it. I don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of shows for WWE. I don't know. But if they do decide to clap back, it's deserved. Because AEW, Tony Khan, Young Bucks, y'all ain't fucking young Bucks. Y'all opened the wound. Even if you say CM Punk did, all right. Answer questions that his interview was given. At least he's able to answer questions. Not like someone, I'd rather not answer the question. I'd rather not answer the question. Why? But you don't want to answer questions, Tony Khan, but you want to go ahead and put footage out there. You want to put footage out there, but you don't want to talk about it. Make that make sense. The footage ain't proved nothing. It didn't prove nothing. Y'all try to make a show, Collision, a quote-unquote CM Punk show. That was never going to fly. You can't separate your talent and think it's going to work. Your talent has to all work together, or have a boss that's competent to actually put their foot down when it needs to be put down. Tony Khan, you said you would fear your life. I didn't see nothing that makes you fearful, but who am I? Maybe you was scared. Who am I? And Perry, you that generation, think you can get away with everything? Y'all want to talk all that mess? Well, guess what? You fucked around and you found out. because you found out with the old school wrestler. Again, generational battles, ladies and gentlemen. I watched it last night. I wasn't impressed. CM Punk said what he needed to say, and basically that footage proved him right. What's next? Then the week before, you got Edge, Adam Copeland, come out in the beginning and do a rah-rah AEW speech. That's a reactive response. AEW. I'm just a nobody. Who am I? But as a diehard, avid, lifelong wrestling fan, I want y'all to let it go. Focus on what you have in front of you. You have an awesome roster. Start tapping in that roster and create moments and memories. Y'all can do it. You can do it. Y'all have done it before. Stop going back and forth on this petty stuff because y'all not gonna look good doing it. You might get an ooh and ah for 100 people. But at the end of the day, the masses is not gonna care because they're gonna see right through you, right through the BS. So Tony Khan, AEW, let it go. I just wanted to put this video out there because I'm seeing a lot of people talking about it, and I want to say something about it since I've seen all of it from the straight beginning, from now, and it's probably going to be more later on. I hope not, but if it is, we'll talk about it. Like I said, I'm a diehard wrestling fan. I have videos before now that were all about wrestling, so sometimes I will come back and speak of wrestling news. I will be having a video out pretty soon. I'm working on creating a weekly news segment with news topics around the world or around America. We see. I got some things cooking, man. I'm stirring the pot. So I hope y'all along with me for the ride. Please ride with me. Come with me on my journey. Let's be successful together. Well, this is Rojita Benz, the R Deal Podcast. Y'all take care of each other. I'm out.